So we'll start out like this for a minute, starting in a few minutes, and that's as the audience is starting to click in and get ready, because we'll be announcing that the show starts at a certain time.
Okay.
And then we'll play this for a minute. And then here's the opening that I set up. See what you think.
Some old school Street Fighter.
This is our opening.
Where'd you get that picture of me from?
I got ways. Got it off your Facebook page.
Really?
No hands. I'm moving your picture around. No hands. Moving mine.
I don't think
Ladies and gentlemen. Main event.
Can I do anything like so would I need to like type at any time or like do any like shit like that?
Huh?
What are we gonna talk about?
Well, I'll show you. Y'all ready for this? All right, so things that we could talk about is during the week, like I will find or you find for us, and I'll load them up. Things like this. Okay, this just happened a couple of days ago. The worst dive ever taken in MMA fighting. And this happened over in Russia.
The worst dive?
The worst dive. Watch this video. It's a very short video too. All right, here we go.
What the hell? Are you serious?
Yeah. That's it. 8 seconds.
Like-
8 seconds.
Like
Wow.
he flipped, shot a single leg, slipped, and just like gave up and didn't even get hit?
Yeah, watch.
Why would he cover up like that? What a pussy.
Yeah, it's got to be a setup, right? He's getting paid for this. He's getting paid to take a dive.
Oh my god, this just makes MMA.
Yeah.
What kind of half-ass shot was that too? It wasn't even set up.
No, look at this.
He's
It's over.
he's getting hit hard, you know what I mean? It looks
Yeah.
like he's getting hit hard.
Isn't that ridiculous?
That's terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, do you even train to like be that shitty?
Yeah, can you believe, right? Would anybody even step into the gym and put any work in at all to do that?
That
In
makes
8
the
seconds.
mockery out of MMA.
Yeah, 8 seconds. So,
Well, it kind of doesn't remind me of like the Jose Aldo Cub Swanson fight where he got kneed in the head, you know, like in 6 seconds or something. Do you remember that fight?
I didn't see that.
Huge flying knee right to the head. It's a great knockout.
Really?
Like, crushes his whole eye socket. Pretty nice.
Oh, Jesus.
That was in the WEC.
Speaking of Cub Swanson,
Doing pretty well.
let me pull that up.
Yeah, he's what's he ranked right now?
Doesn't
21-7, that's good.
Yeah, it doesn't say right there, but he's fighting
Top five.
he's fighting next week, this Saturday.
Who's he fighting? That guy right there?
Yeah,
Yes.
Hakran Diaz. Yeah. And the headliner on that one is Rashad Evans and Glover Teixeira.
Ooh, that'll be a good fight.
The not co-main event, but the fight just before the main event is Dan Henderson and Lyoto Machida.
Are you serious?
Yeah, a couple 60-year-old men.
Oh, you want to put on some money on this fight?
I don't know.
Since Dan Henderson is like a local homeboy to me, I hate to bet against him, but I'm going Lyoto Machida.
Yeah.
The Dragon.
Yeah, the last Dan Henderson fight I saw, it almost
Pretty
looked like,
pathetic. Oh,
yeah, it
was it
almost,
Daniel Cormier?
huh?
Was it Daniel Cormier?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. He got out wrestled like a mofo.
Yeah, yeah. There's some of these guys that should just like it's time, and like uh, BJ Penn, he was talking about coming back. It's like,
Don't do
please,
it,
dude.
BJ. You know what? I loved BJ Penn for so long until the whole Vaseline conspiracy with George St. Pierre. And I
Yeah,
hate George St. Pierre.
yeah,
It would kill me if he heard me say that, but that's his favorite fighter, which is mind blowing to me because he's Canadian, but I don't understand.
yeah.
So
Well, here,
who do you have for Rashad Evans and Glover?
I think Rashad Evans will do it.
We'll put a little wager on that. I'll take the Glover.
Okay. What do you want to put on it?
Whatever.
Don't you owe me a couple $100 already by now?
I think it's the other way around, and it might be like tens of thousands now. Where's my rebate check at?
Oh yeah. Hey, look at who else is fighting.
Exactly.
uh, Tisha Torres is pretty good little fighter for a chick.
All of those chicks are kind of cute.
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah, definitely. 5'1", a little. I can't say this because my wife's in the other room. A little spinner.
Yeah. My
Oh,
girlfriend. I'm in my girlfriend's office, so.
okay. And that Rose Nama, I can't say her name, Namajunas or whatever. I think that she shaved half of her head or something. I got to look
Why
again.
would she do that?
Okay, here's a good fight. Raquel Pennington, she's full on lesbian, which not that matters, but I mean,
Does that make her tougher?
it hasn't yet in some of her fights, but she's fighting Bitch Korea. That will be a good fight.
I don't really know these two people, but
Bitch Korea is the one that's she's the Brazilian who.
oh yeah, she's a badass.
Supposedly was going to beat Ronda Rousey, and Ronda Rousey is just tore into her
Yeah.
in Brazil. Yeah, she's a good fighter.
Well, how'd you feel about the last Holly Holmes fight? Getting beat by Misha Tate.
I think Misha Tate's a badass.
I do too. I think that's a pretty bad matchup for Holly Holmes, really.
Yeah, but I mean, Holly Holm I think was beating her for most of the fight, but Misha Tate is just a badass. She will not give up.
Yeah, she's a tough wrestler. Yeah, she got her arm broken. Shit.
Yeah.
And
But speaking of won't give up, Holly Holm didn't give up either. I mean, she freaking said, "No, I'm not tapping out. I would rather pass out," and she freaking passed out.
yeah, she's tough. John Jones is like her biggest cheerleader.
Yeah, true. Speaking of which, okay, so that fight comes up right there. Look this up. That fight comes up, Jones, April 23rd.
Who is this Saint? Who is this?
What's his name? OSP over.
What happened to
He pussed out.
what do you mean he pussed out? Cormier pussed out?
Yeah, he said that he got an injury.
Really?
Yeah, after all the talk that he does, and then Jones starts tweeting and stuff and calling him a pussy and everything, and then now he gets manly and starts fighting back on Twitter.
Right,
like,
of course.
Really? Yeah.
The whitest black guy ever. Daniel Cormier.
Yes. So they call him OSP, Oliveris. I don't know.
Is he a badass or what?
Supposedly, but John
This
Jones
might be a better fight than Cormier Jones. You never know.
Yeah, it may be. Jones is not going to lose though.
Yeah, he's pretty pissed off.
Yeah, it's time.
So I'm looking on here also. Did you see John Jones get pulled over in his Corvette for supposedly drag racing?
Yeah.
That was bad. He was going to get in trouble for talking shit to the cop like that, I think.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You can't do that.
No, he could not when he's already.
I'm surprised they didn't shoot him.
He is black. I mean, driving while black is sometimes a reason to get shot these days.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Uh, and then the next big fight, the UFC 198, is Verdum and Miocic.
Yeah, I don't give a shit about that fight.
Yeah. But the one I want to see badly, June 4th, is Rockhold and Weidman 2.
And guess what? You know how big of a cheerleader I was for Weidman being a wrestler and everything?
Uh-huh.
Rockhold's going to whoop his ass because he is on point, man. That kid is a bad motherfucker.
Yeah. Yeah. I was shocked. I'm watching this, I'm going,
So was I. I couldn't believe it.
Oh my God, are you kidding?
Watching the fight, I was like giving hype to Weidman. I was like, oh, watch this guy. He's a badass. He's like the most underrated person. Then he gets his ass kicked. So I don't know shit about MMA apparently.
I know. What do you know? And then the next big fight, of course, Diaz McGregor too.
I think McGregor's got some balls, man. I think it's really big of him to go and want to fight him again.
What do you think fighting him at 170 versus 155? Because Diaz wanted to fight him at 155.
I think he's on steroids, personally.
McGregor?
Yeah.
Well, Diaz said he was. Diaz said all of them were.
Like, you don't get that big, go up a whole weight class, and it's all muscle. I mean, that guy was cut.
He went up two
weight classes. Holy shit.
Yeah.
What's that all about? He doesn't walk around at 185 or shit. You know what I mean? He's a little dude.
No. I mean, I carry around that weight, but I'm not on steroids. Although it's all around my waist.
I'm a light heavyweight right now.
Are you?
So what weight are they fighting at? 170 or
170.
170.
170. So
I think it'll be a better fight than it was. I think Nate Diaz is going to be in shape and like have a whole camp behind him, so he's going to be sharp. But I think McGregor knows he's fought him once, and it's going to be a lot closer of a fight. It was a pretty close fight to begin with the first one too, but
yeah, I think that McGregor will fight slower and smarter.
I do too.
And that's the key.
McGregor connects, he'll knock Nate out. For sure.
You think
he hits
so?
hard. He hits hard.
He said he hits real hard against 145s, but against 170s, that's a lot of.
Did you see how beat up his face was? Diaz's face? I mean, he looked like shit kicked out of him.
Yeah, but he had surgery about 3 years ago, to try to fix that because he's got scar tissue over that eye like that, and but obviously the surgery didn't work very well.
Yeah. Well,
so,
I've never been hit in the face that many times, so by hand, just by like cars and stuff.
Right. So, anyways, all right. So this is a good practice show. I will get this figured out so that the screen pops up. Right now, what I've been doing is I've been putting it back and forth a little bit manually, but I'll get it set up a little more properly and automatic.
Hey, I wanted to say something real fast. A shout out to Saul Ruiz is going to fight at the Roseland, I think, on the 14th. Yeah. And I'm going to go. You should go. We should watch that fight.
The 14th, this Saturday?
No, next month, the 14th, May 14th. Oh. And he left as champion, kickboxing champion, and then he got married, and now he's ready to beat some ass again because he's not married. So
he works at, right. Now he's going to
kill people.
Yeah, look what getting married did to Tiger Woods. So he works for you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's get him interviewed on a show.
I told him last week I wanted to get him on the show, so already there.
Okay.
I'm his manager. You owe me money for it, though. So.
Yeah, we're gonna get some real advertisers.
Cool.
Start making some money. All right. So, anyways, this is kind of what we do, and then to close out the show. We'll have, I mean, we can come up with any number of things, but for right now.
Gross. What's that in the background?
That actually was, I was trying to have a nicer,
Oh, Shih
gentler
Tzu?
closing on one of our shows, and so I put a puppy.
That looks like a Shih Tzu to me.
It is a Shih Tzu.
Why are people pulling down their pants and you have a Shih Tzu on there? That's weird.
I don't know. Oh yeah, shit and Shih Tzu. So anyways,
Coincidence? I think
and then,
not.
yeah, and then what I'll do, then we would tell everybody goodbye, and then I'm going to stop the broadcast, but you stay right there.
Okay.